Welcome back, everyone, to some more Building with Blane, and check out the house. It's basically done on the exterior, minus that creeper down there. We're in fly mode, so we're not worried about him right now. I love it. I added some, realistic lighting, because that's one of my things that, I forgot about. Over here, it looks extra special and extra cool because, it's realistic lighting that leads to witches on roofs. She laughed right as soon as I started talking about her. How cute. She's about to drink a health potion. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I'm just going to punch you to death. Actually, what do I have? Yeah. I'm just going to hit you with a stone slab. I'm always usually too paranoid. Too paranoid when I'm fighting them. Whoops, I'm messing things up. Let's not mess things up. That was there. Where'd you go? There you are. Hit you with my shovel. Hi-ya! 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 Oh, shoot. Stinking witch. It's not even the right wood. You know what? I don't care. Do I have any spruce? 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 Why won't you die? Seriously? How many licks does it take? I mean, I know I'm spamming right now. There we go. Thank you. It's about time. All right. So, anywho, what I did was I realized, oh yeah, I forgot about the realistic atmospheric lighting and whatnot. Let's go ahead and get my sword out. That would have made things a lot faster. So let's take a look at it from over here as we walk up to it, right? Obviously, one thing you see that's new is the leaves, the vines on top of the roof. That definitely gives it a much more rustic fantasy old look. Another thing I did was I framed all of the larger windows with dark oak, which gave it a nice look. Let's go take care of our friend over here real quick. There we go. Finished planting these. We put up the fancy lights, obviously, is one thing. Here's some more framing on the windows. This one just framed to the top and the bottom and didn't need much more. We did leaves and stuff all around. Here's the outdoor walkway for the backyard. I really like it. I like the idea of using trap doors so that it's almost like open planks. You can kind of see through to the bottom type of thing. I don't know. I thought that was different and interesting. So we did that. And then what else did I do? You saw the fence. I added some messed up terrain, some dirt under the swing. So when your feet drag on the ground or whatever, a little path out to the swing. Then I debated on if the path should actually carry into that more. Maybe like that. That actually looks a lot better. And yeah, that's about it. I didn't do much to the interior. Mostly just added the lights and stuff on the exterior. I don't think I did anything on the interior. Nope. That's all. Same old. So what are we going to do today? Well, first of all, we got a lot of mobs to kill. So let's go back into normal mode. And let's kill some mobs, shall we? Oh my. Okay. I wasn't expecting all them. Holy crap. Do I have my bow? I have my bow. Wow. Did not see that coming. I'm testing out a new app, by the way, for my capturing. I'm still capturing with action like I've been using, but we got my son an early birthday present during the Prime Day sales on Amazon, and we got him a Kindle Fire, the kids edition, which is really cool. I am not super fond of the process of getting apps so that he's able to use them. It's very convoluted and weird and makes me concerned when I make purchases. I'm worried maybe the purchase isn't going to show up. Anyways, so Action has this cool little app called Action RCU, Remote Control Unit, something like that. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. I'm using it, and I can check my frames per second on there. I don't need my little F6 thingy up there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't, which is frustrating, but I can see my frames. I can see my hard drive space. What I can't see is how long this episode has been going. Now tell me that's not dumb. Action, Marillis, whatever your name is. Get on that. So we're going to start kind of laying out the design for our Lighthouse House. Remember, we're going to have this house over here that's got a little lighthouse attached to it on the end over here. And the theory is, oh, and I lowered my render distance. I think I can bring it back up. The theory is this is the man who built the lighthouse. So I need lots of spruce. Yeah, we're going to do spruce for now. It might change later. I feel bad that that's a lot of spruce, but that's just what I have a lot of out here. I think it's going to have spruce and actually some birch. Believe it or not, Kyle is talking about using birch. Hell hath frozen over. For now, though, I'm just going to put up a bunch of stuff. Bring down some spruce. And there we go. Perfect. So I have pulled up over next to me on my wife's laptop a cheat sheet for building circles in Minecraft. Now, I'm not sure how wide we're going to have it be, but basically you decide on the diameter and then you go from there. Or for you friends from over across the pond, the diameter. Wait, do y'all say a diameter? I can't remember. I feel like that's one of the words that you guys say differently. Am I wrong on that? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. So I think it'll be 1. Would that be good? No, maybe here. I need an axe. I don't have an axe. Oh, there it is. Oh, I was about to say. Surely I have an axe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I feel like that would be a good width for it. So let's look at my 11 square. Oh, that's not too much. Or my 11 circle, sorry. So I need, oh my, can I zoom in on that? my old eyes are deceiving me on counting those squares. No, I'm just kidding. There it is, right there. Scroll over. Okay, yeah, if you just search for Minecraft circle chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of them. So we do 5. This one's actually pretty simple. 2 diagonal, and then another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 diagonal, another 5. 2 diagonal, another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 diagonal. Perfect. There's the beginnings of our lighthouse. Cool. Now, obviously, what's going to happen, though, is that this is going to change. So I think this is actually what we're going to do today. We're going to work on just the physical design of the lighthouse, like the actual building of it. And because we got to figure this out, because it's got to gradually get smaller. The trick is making it be smooth, a smooth transition. But the problem is doing 1 block smaller doesn't really work. You have to go 2 blocks. Well, no, I guess it does make sense. It's 2 blocks smaller in diameter, but it's 1 block in from each side. So the next circle I'll build will be the 9 circle. So that it's 5 and then 1 on the diagonal. Okay, so we'll do maybe 2 more rows of this. I don't want it to be too huge, actually. Oh, maybe this is going to be too big. Well, maybe it'll, well, yeah, we'll go 1. We'll just finish this one and then we'll go in. You know what I'm thinking is it's not going to get super narrow. Like it may only get to like 6 wide or 7 wide. I guess it's going to be an odd number, isn't it? So let's go ahead and do this just so I can have ease of mind, peace of mind. Ease of mind kind of works, but peace of mind is really what I was looking for. By the way, it was peaceful, but rough. Taking a break from videos. Took a break for my anniversary with the wife, and so there was no Building with Blane last week. My apologies to you Building with Blane fans, but it was nice and refreshing break. And while we were in a really, really old city, actually, quite frankly, the oldest city in America. We were in St. Augustine, staying at a bed and breakfast down there. And so there's lots of like cool buildings and stuff with lots of cool roofs and stuff like that. And I kept looking around going, oh man, this place is ripe for Minecraft inspiration. Like just looking at all the roofs and stuff. And I got a couple ideas, you know, the kind of ideas that make you raise the pitch of your voice 2 octaves. So I think we're going to go up again. We've gone up 3. I think the bottom one can be a little bit thicker. That's fine. So now we're going to go to 7. So it's 1, 2, whoops, buckle my shoe. That's not what I meant to do. It's 1 diagonal with 3. I don't know that that's going to work. Oh, I guess it'll have to. Huh. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Like it isn't what I'd do if I were building this from scratch without looking at a circle designer, but it does make sense. We'll have that hole there that we'll need to patch up with something later. I should have gotten more spruce. So we're at 7 now. That's not too bad. Maybe we'll just go to 5. Because that's a pretty good width for a lighthouse. And this is obviously a much more standard looking lighthouse, not like that thing. So it's almost like he built that one in like his own design, but built this one as an homage to all other lighthouses around the world. Although this isn't our world, so who's to say lighthouses don't normally look like that? Things to ponder. Although maybe this was the first lighthouse he built. Wait, too high, Kyle, too high. Or rather, 3 high, to be specific. Okay, now we want to look at 5. 5 is just 3, 3, 3. That's easy enough. Beautiful. And it's kind of neat, because I would have thought, well, no, that doesn't make a circle. Well, no, it actually does, because of that diagonal. That diagonal makes it quite a nice little circle. This is going to be one giant spruce building by the time I'm done. Dadgummit. I should have known that was going to happen. Should have known. All right, so let's get a lot more spruce. Oh, I guess I don't need a lot more now. I could use some ladders, though. That's what I really could use. That's not what I wanted. All right, let's make some ladders up. Just use all those. That should be enough. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, fountain. About bonked my head. Now, oh. Actually, I'm glad we did that. That's... No. No, it needs to be way taller than that. What was I thinking? I think it does only need to go to 7. That just ain't right. That boy ain't right. All right, let's do this. Going around. Whoop, whoa, okay. Should have known that was going to happen. Yeah, that's just not right. Okay, yeah, I guess we should chop this stuff down. All right, I'll chop it down. I'll see you guys in a sec. You know, in hindsight, this is why I made the right decision to build this thing right off the bat with just spruce, because if I had to redo all of this and it had been made of like 3 different materials, I would have been like, forget it. It's a short, stubby, obese lighthouse. You know, one of my concerns with this initially, with this reconstruction, was that I had made it to where I'd have to make it too tall. But now I'm looking off in the distance and I realize, no, this isn't going to be too tall. All right, so let's go take a look at that layer right there. I don't know why I necessarily went over there to fall down, but that's looking much better. That's a much more respectable height. Let's do 2 more rows of that one. Yeah, I think so. They don't necessarily need to be equal in numbers, but they need to be similar. If anything, they need to be tall. Shoot. They need to be taller as they go. I'm not really sure what happened there. I had like a weird, like, itch. Itch isn't the right word. That makes it sound more painful than it was. Well, it was pretty painful. I had some weird twitch in my eye go on. And it made me like jerk over, and I think that's why I fell. All right. All right, so this will be the 2nd row, and then we'll drop down and check it again, and then I'll make the final tier, and I'll check back in with you. There we go. All right. Oh, good. Perfect. Hello, Piggy. I need to go put you in the pig pen. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, I will see you guys in just a moment. Okay, I think... Oh, whoops. Wait, are we still recording? Oh, yeah, we're still recording. Okay, I think we're done here. Let's see. Let's drop down. Let's go ahead and put this up. That kind of gives us actually a good frame of reference, having that straight line there. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, that's really nice. And then above that will be the actual lighthouse portion. That looks really nice. Now, one thing I had thought about doing was, and I'm just going to try it with dirt real quick. And it'll actually, no, wait, I know what it'll be done with. This here was kind of bothering me having that gap, but you know what we're going to do there? We'll just have either stone wall or fence there. And that'll round it off really well. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. Okay, so now let's figure out the idea for the rest of the house. Let's go and just break this down just a little bit. Now that I think about it, the rest of his house probably wouldn't be very large, to be honest. Like this guy, we're gonna make this house cool. This guy's gonna live in the lighthouse portion, let's be honest. I mean, if you build a house with a lighthouse, if you build a lighthouse house, are you really gonna be in the non-lighthouse portion of it very much? I remember one time I visited, I think it was like, I don't know if they were renting the cabin or if they owned the cabin, but my girlfriend in high school had some family that lived in an octagon house. It was literally this tiny, like it's the smallest home I've ever been in, and it actually sparked my interest in tiny houses. And if you don't know what the tiny house phenomenon is, go check out, I think the one I read was Tiny House Blog, and there's people who purposefully live in these itty bitty tiny houses, and they live these beautiful minimalistic lifestyles. I would love to do that. Just give me internet and a computer room, and I'm good. Just give me an office with internet, and I don't need a whole lot. My wife disagrees. She could never live like that. So unfortunately, that means I will never live like that. By the way, the reason I'm doing this in dirt, I didn't mean to do it out that far, actually. I'm doing this in dirt so that we can more easily see what's coming off of the lighthouse. So that's in there. It's right there is good. But yeah. Tiny houses are pretty cool. So anyways, this was an octagon house, and it was really interesting. It also made it really hard to do things like hang pictures because the walls are kind of short. It was really cool. But so I always wanted to live in an octagon, or wait, did I say octagon? Was it a hexagon? No, it was an octagon. I always wanted to live in an octagon house after that. Yeah, so this guy, he's not going to have much of an area out here. It's just going to break off. Oh, why am I building like all these walls like really majorly? I just need to get the main layout done. Make it daytime, please. Thank you. Yeah, it'll just come out here. Not there. There. Maybe the kitchen will be right here, and it'll have a window overlooking the mega taiga. That sounds pretty cool to me. Yeah, that's a nice little kitchen area. Maybe one wider. One wider would be good. Good. So we got a kitchen area here. Beautiful. Actually, no, it'll be open. What am I thinking? This open back up this way just a hair. And then I think this may just come out here a little bit and then straight this way. That may be it. That's his house. That's it. There's not much more to it. And maybe this actually, just for some interest, comes in. Yeah. So let's then break this out. So I'm sorry. I know this is kind of how my episodes go. I do like a minor planning thing, and then I do a little bit of work off camera, and then I come check in with you, and I do a little bit more work on camera, and then I come back to you, and it's all done. It's like, haha. It's like that image on the internet that you see that's like how to draw a rabbit. Whoops. Draw a circle, draw another circle, now draw the rest of the rabbit. And I try not to do that, but you know. Yeah, that'll be good. So this will be a nice little doorway. Make a nice, just a little porch area here. Maybe I'll stick out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that'll be good. Okay, let's go into fly mode real quick and make sure that footprint kind of works for us. I think that'll be really cool. The house won't go up too high, and then you just got this little lighthouse next to it. That'll be really cool. And it's one of those things like, oh, you've got another lighthouse? Oh no, that's no lighthouse. That's a space station. I mean, that's a home. It's a light home. That's what it is. It's not a lighthouse. It's a light home. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Adios. Goodbye.